episode of Lords of the Storm is brought to you by our sponsors over at Patreon, where you, yes you, can also support the show. Just head over to patreon.com/Lords of the Storm to become a patron today.
Greetings, mortal. That's kind of frightening.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 55 of Lords of the Storm, the weekly Heroes of the Storm podcast for you, the true Heroes of the Storm. I'm your host, Greg Parker, a.k.a. Gizmozord, but you can call me Gizmo. And on this week's episode, we have the answer to the newest hero reveal. There's a slight change of plans for Lords of the Lane 3. What do you know? It's another balance patch, and we dive in to some listener questions. But of course, joining me this evening are some more of the Zord Lords themselves. First up, we have Kevin Ellis, aka Multizord. What's up, Multi?
That's the name.
Well, the video is having problems right now for some reason.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Are we just blank over there?
You're back
TBK
now.
And I?
Don't know what happened. There you are.
Okay, I'll try not to jinx it. So everyone missed my zoom in at the beginning?
They did.
Dang it.
How are you doing?
What's that?
How are you doing?
Oh, pretty well. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Getting ready for that move?
Yeah, I got a lot to do.
Yeah. Well, you're having that party Friday night, right?
Yes, a Friday night and then Saturday nights for all the family and stuff. So.
Oh, I'm going to crash that too.
Yeah, come for it.
Yeah, I know your brother. Whatever. We're fine.
He probably won't be there. He doesn't like doing things. We also have joining us this evening, as always, Mr. Ryan Reeder, a.k.a. TBK Zord. How are you doing, TBK?
Not going to lie, I'm a little anxious right now. I'm waiting on a baby, and it's drawing closer, and it could happen any time now, and it's kind of nerve-wracking, really. It's kind of nerve-wracking, especially since I work like an hour away. So whenever I get the phone call, I'm going to have an hour drive to come back.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually, breaking news, directly after the show, we're going to have a live stream set up 24/7 just of TBK's room right there. So anyone can watch and listen for screams to know when the child is being born.
So that I can find out via Discord.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
Discord or Twitter.
Yeah.
But anyways, what have you guys been up to in the gaming world this week, Multi?
Well, I have some bad news on that front. I mean, I've been doing my regular games for sure. Heroes, Hearthstone, Overwatch. But actually, I've gotten into one, unfortunately, that I didn't really want to, and that is World of Warcraft. Because I don't know how much you guys know about this, but they have the new Paladin skin is out in Hearthstone. That's Lady Liadrin. She's a blood elf leader, etc., etc. And the way to get her is you have to level to 20 in World of Warcraft. And basically, if you have a level 19 character, you can just level from 19 to 20, and hitting 20 is the achievement you need to unlock it. But it's not, retroactive. If you have a bunch of level 100s, you don't get it. Exactly. So I checked my account, which is inactive, and I had some level 1 mules and stuff, but nothing close enough to try for it. So I've been hopping on, and I decided to do Worgen because I've never tried their starting zone, and I didn't realize you see so much of Greymane in that. That was kind of cool. But I got to tell you this story, Greg, because, all right, so I was doing the quests, and you get down to one of the first towns that you reach, and as I was walking along, I saw this line of maybe 15 to 20 players just lined up just in the corner of my eye, and I kind of looked at it and then didn't know what was going on. So I go through the quest line a little bit longer, and it turns out they were all stuck on a quest called Grandma's Cat, which, like it sounds, the goal is to retrieve Grandma's cat. So basically you just go and you click this little cat, and then some wolf or undead dude, or I don't even remember, attacks you, and then you just go turn in. That's the end. But the problem was there was a guy standing there just spam clicking the cat to activate it for himself, and then just killing the guy over and over, just some troll. And all of Airy Peak was filled with people that were trying to do this for the Hearthstone skin. So these people were legitimately organized in a line, like sitting down. Their characters were sitting so that it didn't appear as that they were moving and cutting in line, blah, blah, blah. And one of them was complaining they'd waited there for an hour for this quest. And so naturally, I mean, I'm Horde by blood and by nature. So I just went up, clicked the damn cat, and killed the guy and walked away. But other than that, it's just been, I don't know. I'm level 11 now, and I forget exactly how much I'd logged, but it was already a little over an hour, and I don't know. I'm not liking the grind, but that's my story.
Yeah, you should be able to hit 20 like within about 3 hours or so,
Yeah,
I think.
I think it'll be okay. I chose Hunter because that way I can just kind of run and gun as I go, which has been kind of nice. But yeah, overall, Grandma's cat OP.
TVK, how about you? What have you been up to besides Baby Watch?
Played some Warhammer stuff this last weekend. It's a lot of fun. Dawn of War 2 actually had a small DLC update for their little like Last Stand Horde mode thing. Brought in the Necron Lord. So me and Swift actually were playing a lot of Warhammer type stuff, which was a lot of fun. And then really just all heroes. I've been doing tons and tons of heroes lately, trying to just learn some of the ones that I hadn't learned as well and get better at some of those guys, watching some old replays, that type of thing. And Muradin Master Skin, which I am literally like a game away from right now. Like if I wasn't doing this, I would be playing one more Muradin game to get the Muradin Master Skin.
So why are you doing this? That's the question.
I don't know.
Why
It's
are
like
any of us
it's like
doing
an
this?
obligation.
That's another question.
But I'm gonna after we're done recording, I'm gonna get my Muradin Master Skin. It'll be good. It's definitely one of my favorite looking in the game.
Yeah, it's really cool. I feel like I'm fairly close on him. I think I'm like 9.25, so I need to get his too though because I really do like
That
it.
level 9 grind is rough,
It's
even with the
long,
stim pack.
Yeah,
Stuff.
I can't even imagine going from 9 to 10 without a stim pack now because I've had one for so long. That would just
Oh, that'd be so slow.
yeah, it'd be rough. Well, for me, I've played like 2 games of Heroes since Friday because I got sucked into the Division. I was trying to hold off on this game. People tried to get me to play in the beta, and I really had no desire. It didn't look that good to me. I didn't hear good reviews. But I got sucked in, and I gotta say, it's amazing. I'm still holding out for the end game though. So the leveling up they nailed. It's awesome, much better than Destiny was. And then the end game right now, there's not much. It's kind of, doing the Dark Zone, which is supposed to be like this PvP, PvE area, but really like you get so penalized for doing PvP. I mean, most of the time, like it works. If you kill someone, you get marked as a rogue. And then if you kill people while you're a rogue, you get bonus currency and Dark Zone ranking. But if you die as a rogue, you lose a ton. And for killing someone, I think you're put on like a 3-minute timer or something. So no one really does it. It happens every once in a while. But if the stuff they add in that game, if they add some good PvE stuff, it's going to be awesome. Like the grind is actually kind of fun. So the only problem I have with that game is it's like human sponges because this person can take 1,000 rounds in the face and he's still not dying. And something about playing real people that bothers me a lot. I don't know.
They have very hard skin in dystopian New York.
It's true. They do. And some of them have, I don't know, masks.
And in regular New York.
But yeah, looking forward to getting back into some heroes this week before I pack up my stuff. And then hopefully a new hero next week, maybe the week after. We'll see. But let's go ahead and hop into the heroes news. TBK, what do we got in the store sales this week?
This week we have our newly buffed Nova and her Spectre Nova skin. So if you've been on the fence about playing Nova, this is a good time to jump in, and the skin's pretty cool. And then, of course, the week I'm working towards the Murden Master skin, the Magni Murden skin, which is also pretty cool looking, is on sale.
It's not as cool as the Master
It's
skin,
not
though,
as
so
cool
you're-
as the
you're
Master
fine.
skin.
It doesn't
I'm
have the
good.
long horns on the helmet.
It does not, or the sweet
Nope.
helmet. So, and then also coming back into the store as standalone mounts, we have the Star Chariot and the Space Lord Starbreaker, which is that sweet motorcycle. So if you're one of those people who doesn't want to grind to get the Vulture, but you still want a cool ride, Star Chariot.
That's
I mean,
exactly what I was
I mean
gonna
Space
say.
Lord Starbreaker.
Nope, Star Chariot.
Star
You nailed it.
Honestly, I mean the Starbreaker mount is cooler than the Vulture, anyways.
I think
so.
so.
It's like there's no reason to even do that anymore. I mean, I did it,
Yeah,
but
but it's really cool. It's
How
an
much
awesome
are they?
mount.
Are they 20K or like gold?
no,
They're-
I imagine they're purchased.
They're money.
They're just money. Okay.
Yeah, they're
Dang
monies.
it.
And speaking of monies, a very, very sweet skin just came out yesterday, the Crimson Count Arthas. And this is the one where Arthas turns into a bat.
Which almost sold me. I don't know if I could do it, but I'm close.
It's pretty
That's-
cool. Like
that's cool.
it's got the custom mount, and it's got a bunch of custom effects as well for his Frost Aura, for his Death Coil, for his Howling Blast. I haven't played with it enough to really look at the ults yet, but it's got a lot of custom effects.
Did you get it though?
Yeah.
Uh,
Even though Arthas sucks right now, of course they would give like an awesome skin to one of the weaker characters.
The
I was
team's looking
kinda
at him
sad.
though.
he'll be back.
They are.
I have
They
a
are.
feeling
I
he's going to be
believe.
back with a vengeance.
I believe. Yeah.
I don't have. I'm going to pick this up because I don't have to be responsible yet, like we were saying before the show.
That's
so,
right. Yes.
this
If you
was
don't have to
buy
be
all you can.
responsible, this is a great pickup.
yeah. Multi, what do we got in the free hero rotation this week?
It's a pretty interesting rotation, actually. We've got Anubarak, also known as the squishier of the bug tanks. We'll get into that. Malfurion, Sylvanas, Tychus, Tyrael, Vala, Rhaegar at account level 5, Sergeant Hammer at account level 7, Chen at account level 12, and Li Ming at account level 15. And yes, you heard me right. That's Li Ming, not Li Li or some other
Ming Li.
character. This is Ming Li. Yeah. No, this is the wizard. Is this the first time she went free? I seem to think so.
It is.
Yeah.
So
this is
yeah,
the
if you
first-
didn't try her out, she's been nerfed since she was absolute god mode, but she's still pretty close to god mode. So she's definitely one for you guys to play around on if you haven't yet.
Yeah, she's still in a really good spot. I mean, she's still my favorite assassin to play right now between her and Falstad. But overall, it's kind of one of the weaker lists we've seen in a while.
Yeah,
I
would say
think
so.
with Anubarak, Malfurion, Tychus,
Yeah, I guess
and
so.
Sergeant Hammer, and Chen.
But they've got Li Ming. That's
They do.
what you're going to see in quick match. So there you
Which,
have it.
yeah, I think it's actually a good balance. You got some of the higher up characters in there, along with the lobies. Actually, that could make for some bad quick match. I'm gonna have all the Chins, Sergeant Hammers, and Malfurions on my team, and Anubaraks. But the big news today, and this is why we love doing our shows on Wednesdays, was another little teaser for the hero of what they've done in the past. Has it been 2-3 days they've done a teaser now? I believe the first day was just some
This is day 3.
yeah, some footprints and with 3 toes. And so almost immediately people were saying Dahaka, which is a StarCraft 2 hero or thing, Zerg. And some people were, thinking maybe it was a raptor footprint, so a lot of Vol'jin or Zul'jin people out there. But raptors have 2 toes, so that couldn't be it, even though people were wanting it. And then we got a little burrow dirt pile yesterday, and then today we got a little farmer looking into his crops, and there was the outline, and it ended up being what everyone thought, and it is Dahaka. So I'm really excited for this, which is strange because I'm going to be honest here, I have no idea who this was before I heard about him and started reading. Did you guys know?
Neither
'Cause
did I.
I've never
Nope.
been a big StarCraft player, so I've never, we
I
all know
knew
my
of
StarCraft
him.
lore is not up to par.
I knew of him because I've played some of StarCraft 2, the latest campaign, but it's not like I'm an expert or anything. It's another Zerg. That's cool.
Yeah,
More
it's
StarCraft
another
characters.
Zerg warrior specifically, so that's always cool.
Well, that's the first
Just have
Zerg
another
warrior we have.
First Zerg warrior, right? Okay, it's another StarCraft warrior for your questing
Second
people out there.
StarCraft warrior.
Yes.
Gives you a little more variety.
But
Yeah.
we'll just give a little background because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who are on the same page as us and don't know anything about him. He is a primal Zerg and the leader from Zerus. I don't know what that is, but maybe you will. And he's interesting.
Quality lore here, folks.
He has a giant muscular right arm and then a little baby left arm. And he used to have two of each, but he lost them in a battle. So now he has one of each, which I'm a little confused because some of the screenshots in game, he has both of them. So I don't
Yes, so I can hit that later.
know. Okay.
There's a reason.
You can?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
But anyways, it looks pretty sweet. It reminds me of, I don't know if you guys ever saw the first Scary Movie, the butler who had the little baby arm serving mashed potatoes. If you don't,
those spoof movies?
yes, if you know what I'm talking about, then you just know it's hilarious. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up.
or Deadpool.
Yeah, that's a good one
Kind
too.
of like when he's regenerating.
Yeah,
Yep.
it makes it
The
feel
baby hand.
very large. But let's go through some of his abilities here because they got released or leaked today, and they sound freaking awesome. So,
So good.
TBK, what do we got for his mount?
So he doesn't have a mount.
Exactly.
Actually, he has something called Brush Stalker, which you cannot use mounts, but instead you may burrow to any bush or vent on the battleground on a 40-second cooldown. And as far as we know, you do not have to have line of sight to the vents. So you can literally pop up anywhere there's a bush or vent.
Which is awesome.
Dang.
Back
It's disgusting.
some more backdoor pushing, some Zergin the
Not
core.
just that.
I don't think he's going to have super a strong attack power.
Yeah, I don't
I don't
think so
think he's going to do a lot of damage. But as far as ganking goes, this may be like the #1 ganking tool possible.
Oh, no question.
Because you're just going to be
the
in
fact
lane, and all of a sudden you're just going to bam gank.
Well, and
Like you
can
could
even
watch him.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say you could watch him burrow in lane, or he might just step into a bush, and then you don't know if he's still in the bush or if he's burrowed anywhere on the map.
Exactly.
So that right there, the mind games are going to be all over the place, and like even the pros aren't going to really be able to predict what all you're going to be able to do with that. So your average casual, it's going to be kind of an uphill fight against this guy. I'm thinking,
Yeah, 'cause-
just based off the mount alone.
And now it's, you barely escape from a gank or something and get behind your wall, your fountain's down. You can still no longer feel safe now because he can burrow to some bushes right behind there to come get you. So it's going to be a little nerve-wracking when he first comes out, but I'm super excited to see how it works. And again, it is a 40-second cooldown, so it's not like all the time you're going to have to be freaking out.
It's about what Falstad's flying.
Yeah.
Is pretty much. That's think about that as often. So I mean it'll be up every decent bit. He'll be able to gank and then gank again shortly thereafter.
Yeah, and I think
That's
Abathur's
me.
burrow is 40 seconds as well, isn't it? Something like
If
that.
not,
I think
it's
it's
close to
I
it.
think it's pretty close, yeah.
For his traits, and we'll go over these in further detail and stuff, of course, when we cover him. But his trait's really interesting. It's Essence Collection, which he did along with Kerrigan in StarCraft 2. But you collect 10 Essence per hero takedown and 2 per enemy minion killed nearby. You can have a max of 50, and you activate to consume all stored Essence and regenerate health over the next 5 seconds for each stat consumed. And this can be cast during drag and burrow. So I'm a little interested to see how much health that is per stack, or if that's just like each stack you get 5 seconds. I don't know how it's going to work.
I think it seems like it's that you just have the 5-second timer, but you get more health for each stack, I assume.
Yeah, that's
'Cause it says
what
for
I
each
got from it.
stack consumed over the next 5 seconds, you get more. So But the question stands, are you going to be popping it early just to sustain in lane, or are you going to want to save it up for the 50 essence every time? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like he's just going to have a lot of presence because he's not going to have to go back that much. We don't know how much his abilities are going to cost mana-wise, what his mana pool is going to be like. So he may have to go back for that. It may just be something that, you know, you end up using in team fights instead of, you know, just staying in lane. But we'll see. Multi, what do we got on his queue? This ability is going to be sweet.
His Q might be the most broken ability in the game at some point. It reminds me of, if you guys play League of Legends, Skarner's ult. It's called Drag. Drag just lets Dahaka stick out his tongue like a little kid, this article says. But anyway, basically the idea is that you drag a foe along with you for 1.75 seconds. And basically what this does is if you're able to lick and drag somebody that's a little squishier, you know, a Jaina or somebody, and pull them into your team, you could then just demolish them. So what I'm picturing happening is you're laning against a Dahaka in bottom lane, whatever, he's just doing his thing, soaking, and then he steps in a bush and disappears because he's burrowed into the top lane, and not burrowed, he has, brush stalked into the top lane because he has an ability called burrow. Let's not confuse these. Just go ahead. But anyway, so then, yep, he pops up top lane and he pops out and drags you to, say, an Uther who follows up with a stun, and then you're just dead. So it's going to be nuts. Drag is going to be so good.
Also, though, this is a skill shot.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a skill shot. So this was actually, this is going to be really good. Because it is the first enemy hit.
Yeah, so you can